Your sink.
Nice. It's funny because I have to do all of those things in mine too.
Should have bought the one at Costco. Sink and faucet for $279 or $297 or something like that.
I couldn't have spent much less than that on just the sink.
Yeah.
At Menards.
What was that?
Sorry, grammar.
What do you want? I guess you can open it. Good, we're gonna listen to.
So Jeremy is going to be on the next episode of Alignment Rack Chat before he deploys. March 18th will probably be that one, just so you know. Just because that's the weekend that he'll be in town.
Oh, here we go. Don't sweat it though on them Wranglers.
Preston, you need your phone call again?
What phone call?
Nothing. I don't know, like the first 10 minutes of the first episode.
Oh no, she's gone. She's not here. I don't want to make sound. She's like not with me. She's just not here.
Ready?
All right, should we be officially kick it off?
Hold on.
You're opening the car up. What is it?
Why do we have a crinkly bag?
It's not the sugar-free one, so you don't have to worry about pooing your pants.
Should we like dump them out so we're not like.
It's up to you.
All right, we have our stock. We're basically 13-year-old, 5-year-olds drinking apple cider and eating sugary-ass gummy worms.
I like snacks.
Episode 2.
Welcome
Welcome back.
to you. In our socks.
In our socks.
Mainly because we want to respect
White areas.
the white floor.
It's pretty good.
As I look in the corner, it looks dirtier than anything. Preston, you're drinking Fat Tire?
That's good.
Fat Tire.
All right.
I'm also drinking a Fat Tire.
I want to tour their facility. Kenny's been there a couple times. He says it's awesome.
Where are they from?
Colorado.
Oh, Fort Collins, where every beer is made.
Every beer. That's
Or
okay.
Golden, Colorado, I guess. I don't know where Golden, Colorado is at. It's golden there.
It's in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah. I tried to buy pre-prohibition beer, but they didn't have any IB, so.
What?
Yeah, that's the thing. Pre-prohibition.
How is it?
It's more alcohol in it.
Oh, I like that.
Boy.
I don't know. They didn't have any.
So, episode 2. We actually have some things on the agenda. I was reading all day today.
I didn't do my homework. Funny, because I never do my homework.
Preston, what did you do all day?
Today?
Yeah.
Worked. I took care of Variety Acura.
Just so we can clarify this. Preston worked. You said the last car came in when?
About 10:30.
And then you close it. And you close it when?
4 p.m. Took care of a lot of facility needs.
So, there's some friendly advice here. I mean, homework. Sometimes you can do it at work.
I don't do well sitting around.
That's all. That's all you do. I mean, I know you're very neat type. I'm saying that you don't only sit around. I mean, but you sit at your desk a lot at work, right?
To be fair, I thought about it at like 3 o'clock.
Hey,
it's the thought that counts.
there we go.
Baby steps.
Yep.
So next episode, you'll think about it at 4.
So,
Yep.
it's just going to be off the cuff then for you.
I'll just sit here
Use your
awkwardly
best
like,
judgment.
We can show you some pictures of the things,
Of the
and then you
things.
can be like, "Oh yeah, that's cool," or "Yeah, no, it's not so cool."
you can get some fresh on the spot
Just
reactions.
instant reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Preston,
What
since
about-
our last episode, there should be an update on your car, right?
There is.
You're so awkward. Okay,
Got my tranny out.
let me lead you in a little bit more. What did we do since we last had an episode?
I pulled my tranny out. Pulled my tranny apart.
There's one thing that you need to know about Preston is he's very simple, straight and to the point.
I'm a real straight shooter. Shoot from the hip.
So on tonight's episode, we'll try and get more information out of Preston on what's going on with his car. We're going to talk about the upcoming Geneva auto show, which it's like next week, right?
Yep. Next week when we tape this.
Yeah, so next week from today,
Yeah.
which is
20.
I was just
Fourth?
reading about it all.
Oh, what?
The Geneva auto show, and I can't remember what the date they said it was.
I think it's the 3rd to the 13th or something like that.
Oh, okay.
The big day, of course, is like the 3rd, I think.
Isn't that like Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, this Sunday?
No, next.
A week from
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Geneva is always the big one for
Yeah.
all the exotics. Conant's egg.
Polestar. Have you seen their Polestar 1?
No.
It's a hybrid.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ferrari? Or
No, Polestar. So they used to do like the Polestar Volvos.
yeah, they do still.
I don't know because they're their own manufacturer now. Like they're working
still do.
on a coupe.
They just came out the new, what is that? V60, S60, the new wagon.
Yeah.
The Polestar
which
edition.
is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah. Does it still have? See, they updated it for this year. Does it still have Olin's dampers like in last year's model? I was looking and I could not find the information on the website about it. They do not talk about dampers at all on Volvo's website. That's not a thing they care about apparently.
You can pick that up. This is just gonna have to be a thing. You're gonna have to arrange a phone call for everything. I'm gonna go get my laptop because I had a couple of tabs open. So, question
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
it is
day.
still
They could almost be
Orange.
sitting in the cars.
And
61 for that. What's so here, perfect. 61 for that V60 Pulsar
yeah,
or an RLX.
Pulsar.
Exactly.
110%. Like there's not even.
But only because it's a wagon.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah,
If it had an RLX wagon hybrid,
Ooh.
just
Accurate.
accurate. Do it.
Do that.
Do it.
RLX hybrid wagon
Do it.
for
Is it done yet?
for under 61.6.
Is it done yet? I will
That
buy
would-
the first one.
Second.
Third?
Had no idea.
We'll,
has
we'll
no
just
idea.
make him buy. We'll make him be the third. Just do it.
3
Promise.
test meals.
If you can make it that blue color too, like the V60, it'll be even better.
It's the same price in RLX. And
Really?
It's a wagon. Factory Olin's,
Brembos.
Brembos.
That's kind of disappointing though. The performance summer tires. Come on.
Are
I think it's-
optional extra.
I think it's also all-wheel drive, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Because it's a Volvo.
Look at that interior.
Volvo.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right.
I think it is. It doesn't say as such, but that's okay.
3.
Yes, please.
He still gets 27.
Volvo. I don't know what that means.
You can also do the
Okay.
moose turn, whatever. Have you seen those?
Moose turn?
Yeah, like they test them for, because moose are big. What is what is multiple moose?
Mooses?
Moose
I don't think it's
Meese?
I think it's just moose.
Okay, they're so prevalent around Sweden that they actually test to like swerve around them to make sure they don't tip over. The car doesn't tip over.
Oh, that's excellent.
Like at like 80 miles an hour. Yeah. Yeah.
That would
When
come
you
in handy
go down
for-
that rabbit hole in YouTube.
It's a herd.
Oh, okay.
Oh, herd.
A herd
Multiple
of
moose
moose.
is a herd of moose.
A male moose is called a bull, a female, a cow, a young moose, calf, group of moose, herd.
Oh, okay.
Now you know.
Now we know.
The more you know.
Okay. Anyway,
All right.
so Volvo Polestar, gorgeous.
Yes. Tonight we're drinking Fat Tire from New Belgium. We have like no rhyme or reason. We're good. We'll get it. It's episode 2. We'll get it.
Just
And Red's
hang with
Apple
us.
Ale, because I thought there was gonna be more people here. So we got 2 6-packs this time, so we'll have extra beer.
It's going to be an interesting end of the episode.
Yeah, and we did our special segment before we started drinking.
Yes.
For more than one reason. Because you shouldn't drink and drive.
You're clear.
It's a G6.
Alright, where are you going? Where's TJ? I thought we were here. I don't know what to say. We're gonna go back around. I hope there's no like exterior cameras.
If there is, what are they going to do? Oh, God.
Oh, there's TJ. They're running across the parking lot. Oh, it's curved! Nope, we got it! I clipped it!
Let's go pick up.
Swing around, get Teach. What are we doing when it's dry out? We're just gonna do like,
Not front-wheel drive drifts.
we're just gonna do like burnouts in the parking lot.
Just
That is yet to be seen.
Just sit up against a
Stick
pole.
around.
stick around. You never
See what
know
we come up in the
what
summer
kind
then.
of shit we'll do. So
Hey, it's a family podcast.
stuff we'll do. So Polestar, who, as we just saw, makes cars for Volvo.
Polestar 1. Very Volvo-ish headlights.
Yes. This is a hybrid. 600 horsepower, 1,000 newton meters of torque. I don't have a quick calculator on me. I don't know how much foot-pound that is. It's a lot. Range of 150 kilometers.
In pure mode.
In pure mode, which is all electric. We probably should just be reading this.
Check out we'll have a link in the doobly-doo in the bottom.
Yeah, it's to car and bike.
737 foot-pounds.
It's a lot of
That's
foot-pounds.
a lot of
Pound-feet.
pound.
Pound-feet.
Start
Yeah.
production in mid 2019.
Yes, so it's based off of the S90 chassis, except it's not aluminum, it's all carbon fiber.
I don't like that back end.
That's what.
Wow. Carbon.
So yeah, the whole body's carbon. Saves 230 kilos.
That's gonna be cheap.
Yeah. They're also coming out with a sedan, and that's a two-door coupe. They're coming out with a sedan and a SUV. All bespoke cars, and by that I mean Volvos that they brand Polestar.
Good for them.
So there's that. Okay, so tonight, Geneva Motor Show. Back to the episode after Preston's phone call.
Short
So
intermission.
you're gonna have to make sure someone calls you every time now. So it's gonna be a thing.
That's the thing.
Text somebody. Call me.
Call me. Why?
But don't text like that one like friend from a long time ago
Yeah.
who you haven't talked to for a while.
Because it could be the whole episode.
Oh Lord, I gotta step out for this one.
We'll just start talking.
Geneva. So
Geneva?
Geneva's in the week. We've seen a couple of pre-items. Ferrari 488.
Pista.
Pista?
Preston,
Preston, what do you think pista means in Italian?
Small.
Oh, you're wrong. Just like that. Just wrong. Means road and track? No, it means
I didn't look at this up.
racetrack.
Oh, it's way
I
off.
think it means racetrack in Italian.
Pista in English. According to Google, track.
Track.
Means track.
Okay.
So it's a 488 track. It's a car. That's what it is.
So it's supposed to be the next iteration of
like
they had like the
isn't it like the 360, the like
the
360?
Special, you know, what was that? The 4
It was the 458 GTB.
No, 4 Anyway, it's the next special car from Ferrari.
It's a successor from the 458 Special.
Yeah, and then they had the one before that was something I don't remember what it's called, but like 50 more horse. First of all, 488 is already ridiculous. The car, just in pure form.
720 horses, what they said.
Yeah.
It was gonna have.
So
Or
50
711.
50 horse over the normal 488.
Yep.
And dropped 200 pounds. It's like 69 kilogram or kilos.
Thought I had the whole thing.
It's something like that.
Yes.
So it dropped 200 pounds. Thanks, Preston.
You're welcome.
That's gonna be a crazy car.
Didn't you say the other day that it's supposed to be faster than the?
They're talking that it could be faster than the LaFerrari. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy talk.
The Ferrari.
The Ferrari. LaFerrari means the Ferrari. If you didn't know, Preston.
Well, I caught that on the
Grand Tour.
Grand Tour episode before I fell asleep. Woke up like 3 episodes later.
I've done that.
Tried it again last night. Same thing. I keep missing stuff.
You'll get
You'll
it.
get it. It's just you'll get it.
I just think that was at like 6:30 last night.
Oh my gosh! You brought half of the Sierra with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty common.
So that's gonna be a cool car to watch. Lots of money, obviously.
I'm curious if they will run that around the Ebola drum.
I doubt it. Well, they don't get Ferraris, do they? Ferrari. Have you heard about Ferrari's things?
Mm-mm.
If you talk bad about Ferrari, you don't ever get another Ferrari to test.
Doesn't James
Ferrari is very mobbish.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote a guess
Yeah,
on
they don't take kindly to.
We love Ferraris.
We do. Ferrari, if you want to send us a car, we will drive the but sorry, we will drive it very
We'll
fast.
drive it quickly.
In the snow. We will tape every bit of the snow action in it. Ferrari, send us a
Absolutely.
car. South Dakota, it's the only Ferrari in this state. I guarantee you.
No.
It isn't, but let's just say it is. It is.
It'll be
You
the only
should-
one of
you
this
should have
model.
presidents.
Send
in-
us the first one.
Yes.
It's not green or anything.
Yeah. So the other car, that
And then we're gonna. What else?
that Land Rover SV Coupe. Did you see that?
I only saw the interior pictures. Well, this one interior picture,
Yeah.
which I think is super cool.
The 2 different color seats.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a coupe first, or are they bringing it back? I think.
I don't know.
It's a 2-door Land Rover SUV that they're building like 500 of them, and they're going to be lots of money.
They're also doing a short run of the Defenders. The V8 Defenders, 150 of them. Apparently they're all sold already.
Well, of course,
Why not?
because if you're going to build something, might as well have it sold before you get started.
Correct. Safe. It's safe marketing to
Yes.
and business strategy to sell it before you build it.
Yep.
Agreed.
Good job.
The
Good job.
Aston
Everybody
Martin the V8 Vantage.
Yeah.
Did you see this? This looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well-
I'm kind of over Aston Martin, honestly, but
See, okay, so their front ends basically are just like they're like the Porsche of the regular car world. Because their front ends all look the same.
Yeah.
Or their cars all look the same,
Yeah.
and they just like make things a little bit bigger every time. Like, look at the grill. It's just like,
Yeah.
and now it's just like, there's no front bumper, it's just all grill.
just grill. Yep.
So, one thing that so not Aston Martin, but one thing that I'm kind of getting sick of is if you look at a lot of the new cars, they'll look basically the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even down to like the way the taillights are. They're
Yeah.
all C-shaped.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's a thing now. If you see in like manufactured like brochures, it's like C-shaped taillights. And it's like, who the cares? See that? I edited myself.
Good job.
Didn't swear.
It's just the thing. You know, it's the in thing right now. It's the.
It's kind of frustrating.
My Civic came with C-shaped taillights back in 01.
It was the first one though. That's the thing. Honda. What up? We like you too. Bullet Mustang is supposed to be at Geneva. It was at Detroit.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be at Geneva. I actually like the new Mustang.
Have you ever watched Bullet, the movie, Preston?
We should do that.
You should do that.
Family movie night. We're gonna watch Bullet.
And
we'll videotape it.
You're gonna have to somehow keep him awake, cause.
Oh Lord.
So we're gonna do.
Is it a long movie?
Like no, but it's there's about.
It's not fast.
10 words that are spoken in the whole movie.
Oh
Lord.
Yeah. It's an
Preston's
interesting movie.
already sleeping.
I'm tired already thinking about it.
Have you ever seen Le Mans? The Steve McQueen Le Mans? It's about the same.
We're gonna have a long movie night. We won't show you the movie night.
I suggest watching the behind the scenes of how they taped the Le Mans than actually watching the whole movie. Because it's a lot better.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's fine.
They strapped a camera to the top of a GT40 to make the movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you started watching Grand Prix Driver yet?
I did. I watched 3 episodes.
Pretty
It
good.
is an amazing show. I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah. Chris?
Amazon Prime. Go get it. Watch Grand.
I'm still trying to figure out my fire stick.
Oh, okay. So other than Geneva, we want to talk about the F1 liveries, which Preston's gonna probably fall asleep during. That'll be a TJ and I conversation.
I watched a 2-minute video on it.
Oh,
Which one?
which one do you like?
I don't know.
Was it orange?
It was blue. It was...
Camo.
Was it Red Bull?
Camo?
Oh,
Camo blue? Black and blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Red Bull.
Yeah, it was Red Bull because, what's his face? The young dude.
Max Verstappen.
Yeah. He was watching, the other dude.
Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah, leave out of the pits running on a cold morning because he didn't get a test yet.
Did you see that Ricardo crashed the car
Yeah.
while taping? Oops.
Filming day.
Oops.
Crashed the car.
Oops. That's
So I thought today was the day that Toro Rosso was releasing their car.
What's the STR13? Successful filming day. How about we show it? How about we actually show what that looks like?
So I'm hoping since
We will link this thing if we find it.
If we find the Toro Rosso filming, which will before we have this published, we will, and then link it. Because this one, I'm pretty sure is just the old livery with the Honda badge right here.
Yep. And Halo.
And a Halo. So more on that later.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite livery is the Alfa Romeo livery because of that red. That red got me right away.
I like the Renault colors.
Yeah, I like the yellow better than last year's yellow on Renault.
I also the orange does look good on the Le Mans or on the McLaren.
Yep. I like the blue too. I think a lot of people. It's so funny. F1 fans are the funniest people to watch on the internet because there's so many. Before they release the livery, like the McLaren fans are all like, "Oh, do orange. You got to do orange. You got to keep it orange." Blah blah blah. And then after they release the colors on like Formula One Forever, there's so many people like, "Oh, that's so ugly," and it's like, what do you want? Like, first of all,
we wanted orange, but not that orange.
You design a livery.
Yeah.
And if it looks better than what they came up with,
they'll put it on the car.
They'll put it on the car. But I like the blue. Like the blue on the front wing and the back wing look good.
Yep.
And then the black touches. I think it looks really good together. I'm curious to see if Red Bull's livery is what their testing livery is that Preston likes. I kind of want it to be.
I don't think it will be.
But I don't think it will be either.
I think it's too dark and too hard to see what's going on in the car.
Yeah, you can't see the sponsors at all.
Did you notice that McLaren does not have
They don't have a title sponsor.
They don't have a title sponsor still.
I think they will get one if they do well in Australia. Or they'll be able to approach a title sponsor easier.
I guess we'll see.
I think, honestly, that's why they've struggled getting a sponsor is just because they've struggled. Well, you'll find that out. You'll find that out, Grand Prix driver.
Well, I think it's more of the people they want can't afford them. Like they're looking for, we want this much money. It's not, oh, you'll pay us? Okay. It's we want this much money.
Yes.
They're setting their bar really high.
They want too much.
And
if
unfortunately the tobacco money is gone, and no one else can afford that.
Right. Because even like liquor sponsorships have gone down as far as popularity. Like,
yeah,
Formula One has tried to get rid of liquor sponsorships for a while, which I understand, but at the same time, who else is going to sponsor?
Yeah,
Formula
you can't
One?
tell me that Richard Mille can watches can pay that much money.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No kidding. Dang it. We'll fix that later. Post.
Yeah.
What else? What other liveries have been released? The Williams one looks good. It's pretty much the same as any other Williams one, just tweaked. Which I like it. What other one was out? There's a number of them. All Mercedes, but Mercedes looks exactly the same in my opinion. They say it looks different, but no, it doesn't.
Yeah, we changed.
It does. Okay, it looks different. Go Mercedes, but
we changed from one gray to a different gray.
Yeah, they changed the color of gray and then added a little more green here and there. I thought the Petrobras sponsor was going to be bigger on McLaren, honestly.
Well, the fact that they're not even using their product yet. Preston doesn't know anything about this. McLaren has a deal with Castrol and Exxon currently for their fuel and gas. Next year they're going with
Petronas or Petrobras, depending
Petrobras
on where you
out of Brazil, right?
are. Oh, never mind. Yes.
Out of Brazil, and they decided to put their Petrobras on the car this year, even though they're not running their fuels. Petrobras is working on making fuels and oil for them for next year already, but
Haven't yet.
it's a very interesting setup.
Jumping the gun.
It's a little bit political, Formula One.
Yeah.
It is.
Did you get the email?
From John Eric?
No.
Oh, what?
From Formula One? And you can win a $100 gift card for doing a survey?
No.
Oh, okay. I did. I didn't do the survey yet.
I'm gonna have to check my email because I was subscribed to Formula One.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what's next topic? Since
we've gone through a lot of, this might be a short episode.
Preston, have you heard about the Care by Volvo?
This is something that's really interesting.
No? Okay.
No, please tell me more.
Tell me what you would think of if this would be something you would want. Volvo came out with a new program, starting with the XC40.
XC40 and
It's a small CRV,
CRV
RDX size SUV that they're coming out with this year. It's the first car in the program. It's a subscription service. You pay $600 a month for the base model, or $700 a month for the R design, which is their top end model.
Yep, like the Type S or A-Spec.
And it is essentially your lease, your car insurance, your prepaid maintenance, your wear and tear items,
Tire and road hazard.
Yep. And after 24 months, you turn the car back in and you get another one.
And you have the option after 12 months to get a new car.
Yes. 15,000 miles a year. Essentially everything's covered except for fuel.
Yep.
For $600 or $700 a month.
For a brand new Volvo.
For a new Volvo. What?
Personally, I like it. I genuinely think it's the right way to do it.
I foresee this being the next big thing.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Mm-hmm. It's the right way to do a lease vehicle because people that do leases, this is just my assumption or observation. People that do leases don't want to worry about car things, right?
Correct.
You know, like we buy our cars because, so we can do drifts, and not worry about it in the parking lot.
Wow.
But because we don't want to have to deal with car payment, and we have the ability to fix them if we need to.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I feel like this is perfect for the next generation that doesn't know.
It's totally.
About cars.
If you look at it, it's totally whatever generation we're in. I don't know, X, Y, Z, millennial, whatever it is. It's totally what you subscribe to Netflix.
Yep.
You subscribe to.
You subscribe for boxers and socks.
Exactly. You subscribe for shaving. Some people that shave.
Some people subscribe for
Shaving? Who shaves?
Do you subscribe to Dollar Beard Club?
No.
You sure you don't want to?
Subscribe to a Beard Oil Club.
Hey, there you go. What's the name of that? What?
But anyway, we're a payment. We're moving on from that. We're a payment society.
Yes, it's definitely.
We'd rather make a monthly payment than have unknowns.
Yes, than have the unknown of something as simple as is my car reliable? Because people equate to a brand new vehicle to be a reliable vehicle.
Yes.
Which, as we all know, working in the new car industry,
is not always the case. But they have a warranty.
But yes.
So,
yes.
I think it's gonna be the new thing. It's a little expensive right now, but it's also Volvo. I can see Ford really cutting the industry with this.
Yeah. Segue into Ford. So I ran into Tony from Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
At Hy-Vee, and so I asked him, I go, hey, when are you getting into a Focus RS? He goes, I won't. Apparently, and you may know this, but apparently they have issues with head gaskets.
Okay.
There's a service.
So
they had one with
if you listen to the Smoking Tire,
okay,
Matt Farah
Yep.
has an RS.
Yep.
One of the first ones that came out. He's monotune, has done tunes to it. He's on like stage 3 right now, I think, from monotune. Which monotune, or is it monotune?
I don't know.
Yeah, monotune. They are actually Ford backed. Everything they do still has a Ford warranty.
Oh, cool.
So they have upgraded intercoolers, like everything. They have rear diff coolers because that's a thing on those that is an issue. Yeah. They've got a bunch of stuff, and then they have tunes, and they have all this stuff. He had a Magnaflow exhaust. Magnaflow actually took the car and designed their exhaust on his car.
Oh, nice.
To sell, and he got the first one. He has since changed. Monotune has built him an exhaust for it because Magnaflow is too quiet. So they built a bigger exhaust for it. If you listen to the Smoke Tag, he goes through all this. He just got it back from KW.
Nice.
They put their electronic dampeners on it. The first ones in the United States.
So, because that has active damper control?
No, KW is making a kit to put active damper control on the RS. And it's all run through factory screen.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's
why I love KW suspension, dude.
It was there for like 3 months because they put the dampers on, and it comes with its own springs from Bilstein or one of those companies. Yeah. And it would actually lower the car, and he said, no, I don't want it lower. So they built him another set of springs to put it to factory height. Really? Just because he drives it around LA, and LA roads are horrible.
Yeah.
So,
That's
but yeah,
awesome.
But anyway, he talks about this in depth, the head gasket issue.
Thing?
What the deal was is there's like 3% of the cars have the issue, and it's
Tony made it seem like literally Tony said 100% of the cars.
no. The issue is at the factory, they screwed up and put Mustang head gaskets in instead of the Focus RS head gaskets.
Perfect.
And the something to do with one of the coolant ports is blocked, and the distance between the cylinders is smaller on the Mustang,
So there's just all sorts of issues.
and it blows that out and it takes the head gasket out. They said literally replace the head gasket, you're good to go. Some of the early ones did blow the motor just because of the issue,
They didn't know about it.
but it's fixed.
So there's that.
So yeah,
Now you know.
it's a bigger. Everybody made it a bigger thing than it really is. I.e., the internet. That's what it is.
That's why you should trust everything you read on the internet.
Yes. So.
But going back to Care by Volvo, and being a payment society, I really like it. If I was to lease a vehicle, that's how I would want the lease to be. Because then you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to worry about insurance. You have one payment every month except for gas.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
You know.
I did hear that Tesla in Europe is working on that when you lease a car, they include the insurance.
Yeah, I think, don't they do that in the States here too because they have Tesla insurance? In the
They
States?
could. And I think they're mostly doing that because insurance companies are freaking out about those cars.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of which, did you see what John Eric said in the Alignment Rack chat about Tesla outselling European auto manufacturers in Europe?
That's pretty crazy.
I didn't read any more about it other than that sentence, but that's pretty nuts. That's really surprising, honestly, coming from Europe because they are all about their cars. Like
Do they?
The European cars.
This is going to be a question that no one here knows, but do they build Teslas in Europe, or do they build them all still in America and ship them over?
I can't answer that question.
I don't know. Anyway, well,
We'll figure that out.
We might.
We
Maybe not.
might
I
up
don't
you. We have a laptop right here.
but we're not going to do it because.
Nope, we're not gonna do it. I was gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
But I see the payment, lease payment with everything included becoming a huge thing
So
in the next.
I think it's funny that they say subscription instead of lease.
Yeah,
Because it's a lease. That's what it is.
but
It's like an all-inclusive lease.
yeah.
They're labeled as a subscription, which appeals to everything that we
Millennials.
buy. Everything that we buy, yeah. Millennials. I genuinely, when I saw it, I was like, this is a really good idea.
Yeah.
You know, like it's
gonna be the new thing.
yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see how depreciation goes on that whole deal.
So that's another thing. So Volvo is really smart for this too because they're going to get people to lease these cars for 24 months. A lot of them, you're gonna assume the people that are into this type of subscription service will want a new vehicle at 12 months when they can get a new vehicle.
Yeah.
If they can,
Well,
especially if they keep their prices.
Look at iPhone. Look at
Exactly.
the cell phone usage.
Exactly.
Everyone wants the newest thing when it comes out.
Yep. So Volvo is incredibly smart for this because they are getting a well-maintained vehicle at 15,000 miles where they can market certified pre-owned or whatever Volvo is and then sell it.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on if the cars take a big depreciation in that first year.
What do you
that they can't get enough money
back
that's
for?
yeah, that $600 a month isn't covering the loss in value.
Yeah.
Because then they're upside down.
Volvos retain their value pretty well though, don't they?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Just saying. RLX, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You can't do that on RLX because they lose half their value in the first year. If you would have built a sedan or a wagon, they wouldn't lose their value.
Dude.
Anyway,
Yeah. More wagons, please.
any wagon, just one.
A wagon. Put a wagon out there, not the RDX.
No,
That's
a car-based wagon.
wagon.
If you want to make it all-wheel drive, exactly.
That'd be great. Weird.
Hybrid all-wheel drive, even better.
Yeah.
Well, I was just
$70,000? No.
No.
So TSX was the last wagon. They now have TLX.
Yep.
TLX.
TLX wagon would be cool.
All-wheel drive wagon.
Yes.
V6 or 4-cylinder option.
I don't.
They're not gonna do it.
Especially with who's running the company right now. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's so funny because we have that Accord sport wagon, the 04 to 08 TSX wagon, right, for the European one. We have that commercial playing at Honda, and so many people are like, "That car is awesome. What car is that?" And I'm like, "It's an Accord wagon." They're like, "What?" They get so confused, and I'm like, "It's a TSX." But a wagon, it's only came in Europe and Japan. And they're like, why are we showing this here? I go, what did you just say? They're like, oh, true. But it is. That's the coolest commercial that Honda came out. Like, that's my favorite car commercial, that one with all of the parts that are like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The Rube Goldberg,
Yeah.
where they fall over and do something.
And then they show the car. But I know that, like, that and then that generation TSX wagon, it's still on my radar. Like, when this thing goes kaput. Kaput?
Which could be sooner than later. when we're driving it.
Yeah.
So
I need to run that through the wash one of these days. Probably wash it.
Again?
Shop. Hey. Things.
what's our next? What else is going on?
I started doing brakes on my red car this week.
It's exciting.
Yeah, hopefully by the first week of March we'll have the brakes bled. I have been on the fence with the Enki Tarmacs that I have about powder coating them black, and because I haven't seen them in black, right? So you never really know, because it can really change the look of a wheel. For
We don't know.
yeah, it could be bad, because color really determines a lot of how wheels look. So the other day I was searching on Buye, BUYEE.jp.
Okay.
It's basically an outlet to get onto like Yahoo auctions and stuff.
Okay.
And I was looking at 16-inch wheels in 5-lug, and there was some Enki Tarmacs on there that were black. They only came in white, so these had to have been refinished, but they were in like a matte black, like what the SSRs are, what Preston's old Enkis are. And they looked really good, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm going to do.
Game on.
Yep, I'm going to do that. And then because I have extended studs, I'm going to throw a 10mm spacer up front and a 5mm in the back just to push them out a little bit.
Cool.
But I was pretty excited, just simple brake stuff. It's been way too cold to work on the wiring in the garage. So I don't want brake clips or fingernails or fingers.
Hard on things.
Yeah.
Soon. 1 month. 1 month till spring.
And then another month till real spring. That's right. I mean,
Yeah, it's true.
April.
Yeah.
We've gotten an ice storm every year the last 5 years. Prest, you've been awfully quiet. What's up?
Okay, I got a question for you, Preston. Who have you been crushing on Instagram lately?
Ooh.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing. Who do you PG related? Who have you
family friendly?
Who have you, when you see their story pop up, you immediately click.
Riley Jensen.
That's a public figure. Nah. Yep.
Okay, wrong
Yes.
person to ask. Okay, Eli,
Uh,
who have you been crushing on Instagram lately?
I don't know. So, like, I follow the Narita Dogfight blog, and he's been. So it's time attack season in Japan right now.
Yep.
Which I'm not knowing that because I know that. I just know that because I read about it. So he's had a lot of new coverage lately on his Instagram from time attack events, so. His is really the only account lately that I've been like religiously checking outside of Formula One because of the livery releases and stuff like that. Because the aero and like the track cars in Japan are like ridiculous. They are, and it's not that they may or may not have a ton of money into them or anything like that. Like a lot of them are like Swiss cheesed and like stock engines built, right? That are NA Hondas that have literal sheet metal, aluminum, what have you, splitters and canards and everything that they built in their garage, and it just looks so raw and awesome. TJ, who have you been?
Well, because I'm currently building a house, my feed is mostly house-related things.
Stuff, yeah.
Car one, I would say probably Chris STI. He's building a new, like a 14 or 15 STI, WRX STI.
Really?
Doing his own carbon fiber doors.
Dang.
Okay. Pause. Chris STI, like
Yeah.
CHRIS?
Yeah.
Underscore, no underscore, straight up.
I think it's OGs.
Okay.
Am I really gonna be the only one that mentions a girl?
Probably.
Yep.
Way to go, guys.
Hey, it's okay.
Yeah, I guess it is underscore.
Chris, not Christ. Chris, well.
Chris Kempacki, Toronto, Canada. Time Attack Subaru STI.
Holy crap, he has a lot of followers.
Is that him?
Look
Yes,
at
it is. Jeez. But here's
He's got 50,000 followers.
there's the door. There.
Oh, and it's got like checkerboard carbon fiber too.
Yeah. He's doing that himself.
Really?
I don't know what he does for a day job, but I think he owns the company because he's doing it in the back of the company.
Well, okay. Oh, that's freaking.
He's got a full cage in it. I mean, completely gutted car. So that's
inspiration right
when
there.
when he shows up, I watch every story. Other than that, my top three generally Instagram, JCH Cabinets. He's a high-end cabinet dude in South Carolina. And then CNC Electric, which is out of like San Francisco. And Verda Construction out of San Francisco. They're building this probably $10 million house right now there is not a straight wall in the place. Everything is curved.
That would mess with me.
Yep. The roof is curved.
Really?
Like it's like
what is it? CNC.
no, that's Verda Construction is the.
Can you send me that?
Yes.
Because I'm kind of an architectural nerd.
Yeah. Anyway, that's who.
Preston, do you have another?
Yeah. Would you like to add to
your crushing on? You can look at your Instagram if you want.
Yeah.
The dude in Spain who's doing that Type R swap in that EG.
Ooh, EGK20C1 or whatever.
Yep, I follow him.
That's pretty cool.
Anytime he posts something new. Do you follow him?
No.
So recently
Should.
he posted,
It's pretty cool.
company 3D printed
Oh,
a
yeah.
passenger headlight that still has a projector housing, but it has a built-in. Is it drivers or is it? It's drivers.
Left
Um,
left side.
Either way, projector housing with built-in intake duct.
The velocity stack in it.
Yep. So it's a
Nice.
fully functioning headlight.
High low beam headlight.
But it was 3D printed.
That's awesome.
You show?
Of course I am.
We'll put this up here.
Yeah.
Or here.
Somehow.
TJ's big on that stuff.
The picture in picture.
3D printing.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, that's I.
I really want to get one. After the house is done.
So
and I
can
get
you
married.
can
I'm
you
gonna buy one.
scan stuff and then print it?
Yeah.
So we can.
They're starting to make like phone apps now.
So
where
we
you don't
can
even need like.
effectively do something like this.
Oh yeah. Pretty like
Pretty simply.
yeah. Every like 6 months it gets easier.
Cool. I think is there multiple pictures? Of
Mm-hmm.
that?
You can swipe.
Yeah. My cousin has the 3D printer and I'm jealous.
Yeah. Are you doing anything special when your transmission is out? For what reason again? What did we find out?
I gotta break it in for 500 miles.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Do you put that on in the summer? You will.
I'm going to this time
So
because as soon as snow melts, I'll be.
so I've heard everyone you ask, of course you get a different answer. Do you believe in the break-in procedure or not? Because I hear multiple ways. I hear people say, "Oh yes, you must
Yeah.
follow it to the letter of the law."
Excuse me.
But then I hear other people say, "Go and beat on it."
In terms of mileage, I think that. I mean, 500 seems like a pretty. Obviously safe. Like, if you haven't gotten enough in town highway driving in 500 miles, like.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, yeah, the factory's different, but how is that any different than, getting...
Well, yeah. Well, obviously the compounds are different,
Right.
But
See, in some I've seen, it's like, 350 is, like, required, 500 is recommended. Like, so it's like, where's this loose...
yeah.
But everywhere else, it's like 500 miles, keep it under such and such RPM.
Easy driving.
Yep, no wide open throttle. Like, okay, I don't know.
And maybe it's maybe because you're doing a 3-puck, right?
Yep.
Maybe a 3-puck is more needs that more than a normal full plate.
Right.
Just because you don't have as much surface area to grab.
Right. See, but then in the next breath, that 6-puck that I had, I'm pretty confident that I did 500 there. I don't know. It's
Yeah, but I think
each one's different, but I don't know.
But
We'll have to see.
the 6-puck wasn't an issue with the clutch disc though. It was a pressure plate issue, wasn't it?
Right, but the first 500 miles, like, they were fine.
Yeah.
I wish I had the time
And money.
and the money to see
To do
to buy 2 of them with all the sensors for slippage
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and try it.
On Amazon, so I found, I sent this to Preston, speaking of trying things, they have aftermarket TPMS sensors, like wireless. So you
Just caps.
Yeah, just valve stem caps.
Well, for bikes,
Nope. For cars.
motorcycles are doing that now. A lot of them are.
I think motorcycles should have had them for a while.
Yeah. Well, I don't. They might have, but that's I've seen a couple of systems that are cap based.
I think it's a good idea for motorcycles to do.
Mm.
But I'm gonna try that. I think on the R6.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's $70. Get an in-dash display. It does live timing. Or live monitoring.
Do you follow that? Is it B1 F1. I could be wrong. They build sensors, TPMS sensors from Formula 1 cars.
No.
I'll send that to you.
Yep.
They do like all kinds of sensors for Formula 1 activities. They
Hey, didn't you have something that you wanted to tell us in person because you wanted a real reaction? You told me that at Acura the other day.
Oh, the Instagram crushing. But we could talk about this. You guys read anything about the John Cena thing? Do you guys know who John Cena is?
I haven't read into it, but I've heard.
You know
Hey,
John Cena?
I know who he is, but this is Preston's like WWE.
Okay,
fanatic.
no. So John,
do you or do you not watch Monday Night Raw?
Not anymore. Haley doesn't
When
let me.
okay? So what was that? Who doesn't?
Haley doesn't let me. It's
Let
getting.
you.
It's
So you
getting
would.
really fake.
Oh, because
More
it was
fake.
really real before.
It's real.
Okay.
They go through
Okay.
tables.
So
beyond that,
can we just ask him prior to Haley banning him from Monday Night Raw? When was the last time you watched it?
Oh, it's been about a year.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
20, huh?
8.
Go ahead.
so
This is why this is up right up your alley. I'm not talking shh.
You can't see me.
well, this is actually car related.
Oh, okay.
John Cena bought a GT, the new Ford GT.
Oh, okay.
Did you heard about all the things you had to do to get a GT? No? Okay. So when Ford announced the GT, 500 cars they're building.
Okay.
They said if you want a car, you have to fill in an application to get a spot. On the application, you had to answer how many Instagram followers you have, how many Twitter followers you have, how many Facebook followers you have.
Really?
You had to, what were you going to do with the car? You had to fill out this huge thing about why you think you should have the car. They encourage videos of why you think you should have the car.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the video we just shot?
No. Well, yeah. Just could be.
To an extent.
You had to say like what else you own.
Oh, really?
Yep. And so they got like 7,000. It's free to apply. 7,000 applications for 500 cars.
Jeez.
Then they went through and they cherry picked the top 500 people.
Based on their questions?
Based on their questions, based on being celebrities,
Yeah.
based on not only celebrities in the real term, but also car celebrities, based on your track record of keeping cars, stuff like that.
Because they don't want you to flip them?
Well, this is where this goes. So, John Cena got allocated a car. They chose him to get one of the cars. Then you get to build, after you do a down payment, you get to build your car. Did you see that? The car kit? You should look up that. So they sent, all the people that were chosen, they sent this box, carbon fiber box,
Really?
that had all the options to build the car. So it had all the paint samples, it had all the wheel choices, had all the interior swatches, had everything in this box, and you chose you built your car. Then you go to your dealer and tell them, this is what I want. Mm-hmm. So John Cena did all this, paid the money, got the car. 2 months go by, he sells the car for a big profit, because they're like 400,000 new. I've heard rumor of 1.5 million.
For what he sold it for?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Ford is now suing him, because when he bought the car, they signed a contract that says you have to have this car for 2 years. You cannot sell the car for 2 years.
Jeez.
To prevent people from flipping them.
Yeah.
So Ford is now suing him for loss of being able to use the car. So, because like you had to say like what you were gonna do, like promotional stuff for the car.
Yep.
So they're suing him for loss of that. They're suing him for loss of value.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I guess it's starting at $75,000. This lawsuit is, and going north from there.
But he made way more than 75.
He did, but it's the fact that. How do you feel about that? About you buying a car and Ford and you saying I want to sell this car and Ford saying, no, you signed a contract. You have to keep it for 2 years.
So first, you signed the contract. You knew what the contract said.
Mm-hmm.
It should be pretty cut and dry, right? Also, so saying that, I don't think a company should tell you what you can and cannot do with a car that you bought from them. You know, like once you buy it from them, it's not theirs.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they shouldn't be able to be like, well, you buy that shirt, well, you can't sell that shirt for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, like that's asinine. But so the way that the process worked, like I get where Ford is coming from, as much as it's still like, I don't feel like they should be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like I get that obeying the contract and what Ford lost out on as a business side of things.
I just, I guess this is a pretty common thing with high-end cars.
Oh, really?
That these contracts exist.
I see. I wouldn't know that.
From what I've heard and what I've read, I guess they're a big thing.
Huh.
Generally, I don't think anybody. No, obviously we've never heard about it, so no one's ever legally went after people for selling them. I think a lot of times
Ferrari might do that, but not legally.
I think a lot of times you lose VIP status. You don't get the next car.
You don't get first option of the next car.
Yep.
You might not ever get an option for that car. You know, you may never get.
Ferrari does that, don't they? Like if you.
Oh yeah.
Who was it that? Was it Deadmau5 or somebody like that?
Well, Deadmau5 did that.
To McLaren.
Yeah.
But I thought he tried to do that with a Ferrari, and they basically like were like, no, you can't do that. Like, you can't deface our artwork. Which I get, like I get that to a degree. But then you see all these people that do like these Liberty Walk wide body kits and air ride on their Ferraris, and Lamborghinis, and it's like.
But you know, they might have bought them
secondhand.
Yeah,
which I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, so I saw this new. I'm listening to this new podcast that I just found the other day, called Spike's Car Radio.
Okay.
And they are talking about this on them. And I guess like so Koenigsegg and Pagani. It's an unwritten rule that if you want out of the car, they have first option to buy.
The manufacturer. The
manufacturer buys it back from you, and they choose the next buyer.
That's smart.
Because you don't see Koenigsegg's or Pagani's
on the used car
market.
Yeah.
You don't see them.
Mm-mm. That's probably the smart way to do it.
Yeah, and maybe Ford's trying to do that. I don't know, but trying to control that market.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting. It's still ongoing, but it's an interesting. It's an interesting study, you know.
It's crazy. So they say it's crazy that people that buy the NSX are spending $180,000 on an Acura. Isn't it just as crazy to spend $400,000 on a Ford?
But
I get I get it, right? Like,
so did you know they're not built by Ford?
What? Who are they built by?
Monomatic in Canada builds them.
Really?
They're a race car builder.
Huh.
They build them for Ford.
I didn't know that.
But
and
yes,
so I'm not talking down about the Ford GT.
No.
But
We've all seen the reviews. We've all watched them.
yeah,
I think
it's a fantastic car.
it's a fantastic car,
Beautiful.
but it's a race car.
Yeah.
Did you see the Grand Tour version?
Dude, I literally probably rewound and watched when he puts it in track mode. I literally probably rewound and watched that 5 times. Like, I would like rewound it and go, Eileen, watch. And she's like, what? I'm like, did you see? Like, I was so excited.
You should watch the Jay Leno's because he got his.
Yeah.
He has the first gen, and he got the same number on the second gen as the first gen, the same build number.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you think Ford did that on purpose?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
For sure.
But you should watch that video that his Jay Leno's garage. It's pretty good.
On his Ford GT?
Yeah.
I'll have to do that.
But it's a cool car. A lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't
ever foresee myself. I mean, you can say, yeah, I'll work for that, but that's a lot to spend on a car.
Yeah.
Even if I had a lot of money.
For that car.
Yeah.
You know.
If I had $400K, boy, it'd be put towards something not afforded to. Be like, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Yeah.
There'd be someone, I'd like go crazy. I'd be like, ha. I'd buy a bunch of like secondhand old Ferraris. Like, so, and cause you can't get all the old like you can get like the 360 and stuff. I've just like been dicking around on eBay and found a couple of old 360 Modinas for like 60 grand and stuff like that.
Maintenance costs on those things are just
Oh,
ridiculous.
I know. That's what it would
They talk about that on Smoky Tire because Matt Farrell used to run that New York City where they had Gotham Exotics where you could rent Ferraris.
Okay.
So they would talk about like
Maintenance.
how much maintenance was on those cars. And like a Lambo, like the automatic Lambos, like I think is it the Murcielago? Wow. The automatics, the clutches, because it's like a DSG box or whatever, the clutches go out in 10,000 miles. And it's like a $10,000 or $20,000 repair.
Oh,
That's why
every
everybody-
10,000 miles?
Yeah, it's why everybody wants the manual cars because the actual manual clutch lasts forever,
Yeah.
but the automatic clutches don't last. Jeez. And on a Mercy, the motor comes out the top because they're like the same design as the Countach,
Yeah.
like the same body architecture. The motor comes out the top. Imagine that. V12 out the top. Oh goodness.
That's insane. That's one thing I love about the older, I say older, early 2000s, Italian sports cars. I like their manual shifter boxes.
Yeah.
Because they're like metal, you like have to literally like basically watch what you're doing.
Gated, very gated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
But yeah, at the same time, like you can imagine like doing even an oil change.
maintenance
on an
costs
old,
just
an old
ridiculous.
360.
You know, you look at like Leno's got an F1,
Yeah.
and he talks about like if you go into his restoration section, he talks about
Everything that they've.
they do.
Yeah.
They just replaced the fuel cell because it was outdated,
Yep.
and like you strip the car down to nothing to get
Yeah.
that.
Do they still have? I know Road Track did an article about the F1 a while back. They've done a couple recently. That McLaren still has techs
Mhm.
that fly out
Yeah.
for maintenance repairs, which is cool.
They do. That's how McLaren does all their techs, all their stuff.
Oh really?
That what's that
So if-
place in
so if you have, like-
Minneapolis? That it's gonna bug me now. There's like a Beamer, like a Euro place
Shop.
in Minneapolis. They do the cars and coffee.
If John Eric was here, he'd be able to tell us.
Yeah, I follow them on Instagram. I can't remember. They're actually looking for tech right now. There's a guy that has a P1 in Minneapolis.
Really?
Yeah, and the taillight went out.
Really?
And they used their shop and flew a McLaren tech out They had to take like the whole back of the car apart to get the taillight out.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's like the first time anybody's had a P1 apart.
That's cool.
Yeah, I can't remember the
So
name
is
of
that
the
like,
shop.
do they have warranties on this stuff?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they would all be under warranty.
That's cool. I don't know. I would never,
Yeah, I'm sure it's way unwritten, but
Yeah. Just like understood, like if you
Yeah.
buy this P1,
something's gonna. Yeah, we're gonna.
if
fix
something happens, we'll fix it. In that same breath, whoever buys a P1 might not have to worry about maintenance costs.
it. You would hope not.
Yeah. You're living a little too thin if you're buying a P1. And then struggling, could you take credit? Because this oil change a little, just like it's not going to my bank account.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Just the next paycheck, I'll be able to get it.
Yeah.
But just
That's how I'm
can you save that check for?
Can I post-date this? I get paid on the 8th. So I'm going to post-date it for the night so that way I can make sure my check is clear before you run this oil change.
This $10,000 change.
$700. I don't think that's how it works.
What did
Who?
they were talking on Smoky Tire that some suspension on a McLaren. Is it the air suspension on the 12Cs? Is like $10,000 to fix, and they are a common failure.
Oh my gosh. You have to.
Makes you want to buy old.
You really have to. Yeah. No
And that's why they just fall off the face of the earth.
Yeah, that's why you see them.
You don't see 12Cs anymore.
That's why you see old exotics on eBay for $60,000. In America.
Yeah.
In Europe, you'd find them for 30 or something. Preston, do you have anything you want to talk about? You've been pretty quiet this episode. You got a little sugar on your tummy there.
Because I didn't do my homework.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about? Nope. Not much. Are you tired?
I got a haircut.
Oh, looks
Haircut
good.
it does look nice.
It looks
It
good.
does look nice. You went shorter than you have in the past.
Time for something different.
Recently. You gonna trim that beard?
Not a bit.
Bad boy.
I did a month ago.
Yep. Sweet.
Good. For another
is due
12
for a
months.
trim.
Yep. What?
Mustache is due for a trim though.
Yeah, mine is too. It's getting pretty long.
I did knock
So-
a couple down.
So I created. So we'll just talk business here a little bit because I think we have not much time left on that memory
Yeah.
card. So I got our YouTube channel created, which you guys will know that because you'll be watching this on YouTube. So, and I got our Facebook account created. I think I'm gonna do Instagram and Twitter also. Maybe not Twitter, just
Yeah.
Instagram.